Good morning and welcome to BeeferLink TV, your daily dose of industry information. This morning I'm joined by Robert Windsor to update members on the recent outbreak of foot-and-mouth disease in Germany. Robert, thanks for joining us again this morning.
That's fine. Let's hope we can get some useful information out to our members.
Absolutely. So can you first of all explain what actions Beefer have been taking over the last few days to advise our members on the recent outbreak in Germany?
Yes, really it follows two lines of communication. The first is obviously to try and keep members updated regarding the regulatory impacts on the restrictions of importing, and it's mainly meat products, products of animal origin and processed foods which come from Germany, travel through Germany, or are German origin products which have been processed in another EU country. I remember the outbreaks of foot and mouth in this country in 2001, 2007, and we can't underestimate the contagious nature and the damage that it can do to agriculture. So that's the first thing.
Sure.
We've also tried to highlight divergences between DEFRA, who are issuing general policy, if you like, and what we are seeing as more stringent measures imposed by local port health authorities, and in particular the vets, at locations, in particular what I'm going to refer to as the short straits movement, so that would be items through Sevington in particular. The second line of communication is about, if you like, the commercial and contractual arrangements. Now, we put out a first piece of guidance which talked about this being an unforeseen event which impacted the contracts, and that's governed by Article 24 of the Beefer STCs. However, we've updated that guidance now because what was an unforeseen event 1 week ago is now a foreseen event. So people have to rethink how they handle the contractual arrangements with their clients on this. I am not going to go into great detail on this today because, as you know, everything is on our website and it is quite complex, and it very much hinges around if you like, the quality of the information and the accuracy of the documentation which originate from the customer or the supplier, and to make sure that the member does everything that's reasonable to make sure they're compliant with both the regulation and ensure that they've made the customer aware of the contractual arrangements which are under Beefer STC. Now there's another situation to consider. Road freight movements from Europe are usually governed by the CMR Convention, and we won't comment on that at the moment because basically you need to be a solicitor or somebody to make that sort of comment, but at the moment our guidance is based upon the Beefer STCs, which are roughly aligned with what's in the CMR, but the CMR does go a bit further. Our guidance on this matter is at the moment, and this was the concluding comment in the last post, which went out last night if I remember correctly. If you're bringing impacted products from Germany in particular, and that could be a slightly wider thing if the product's been processed in, shall we say, Italy and turned into salami, talk to the Port Health Authority where the goods are coming in, and see what they are doing, because, as I say, some of the application of the regulations does vary between the points. Also, the other thing is, if you have concerns, we're quite happy to answer anything about the STC, but if it's CMR matter, our guidance would be to speak to a suitably qualified legal expert.
Sure. So as you said, we've issued two pieces of guidance here regarding the contractual relationship between members and customers. Why is that?
And because it changes. This is a rapidly developing situation, and as I said, initially we were in what I would call a force majeure situation, an unforeseen incident. As I said, now it is a foreseeable incident because of the changing the time frame has in effect changed it. And the other thing is, DEFRA put out some information. They had a webinar last Thursday, which we made reference to in post, which went out on Sunday morning. We had contact from members who said actually on the ground, things are being done differently. There are more stringent approach by the vets working for port health authorities. That's why we've had to keep on updating the guidance.
We'll continue to do so like we always do, Robert. As we said in each of our updates, is we'll update our members as soon as information becomes available to us.
Yes, in a way, the guiding document on all of this is the EHC issued by the vet at Origin. And people have to remember that EHC is issued by the vet and is almost like a statement that they are satisfied that the goods meet the compliance regulations at country of destination. That's an important thing to bear in mind. So basically, no EHC, don't move it. It's as simple as that. But be very, very careful because there are variances and how this product is treated. I think the comment we put out, which we did reproduce from Sevington, is basically, unless you're absolutely sure that the goods are compliant, don't move it, and if preferably at the moment, once the situation stabilises, at the moment, I think they're trying to discourage the importation of any of the impacted goods from Germany.
It certainly seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a very serious situation.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Robert, I think that's all our questions for today, so thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, that's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. As Robert's mentioned, we've published several pieces of guidance on our website and we'll pop the links to those in the description below. That's all for today's episode of BeeforLink TV, your daily dose of industry information.